here, and today we're going to be we're going to be talking about Famicom and Famicom Disk System games that should go to the Nintendo Switch's Virtual Console. This is for Japan only, so so these Famicom games were released from 1983 to 1994. So first, we're gonna start off with the Famicom games. So, for the first game for Nintendo Switch's Virtual Console, for the Famicom selection, the first game, Super Mario Bros. Remember your first Goomba stomp back in the day, and remember your first time playing as Mario back in the day? Yeah, this is, I think, one of the very first Mario games ever made. And in this game, you get to go to like a lot of warp zones on here. You get to, instead of doing all the worlds on here, you can go to warp zones, and then it'll take you to another world. Everyone's gonna know about this game. Next game, Super Mario USA, which is just the US and European Super Mario Bros. 2. This game, do I have anything to say about this? Everyone's gonna love this game right here. And you get to play as 4 characters: Mario, Luigi, Blue Toad, and Princess Toadstool. And the final boss on here is called Wart for the final boss on here. And then I don't know why you have to fight this pink guy named Birdo on here. Like I think that this is a really good game, but it's hard to get past all levels, and it's hard to get to warp zones on here. Next game, Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Famicom. So, Super Mario Bros. 3, the first time Mario flies in 3D for the first time, and it's the first time and then if you want to get to a different world on here, you have to get a whistle. If you get the whistle, it'll take you to the warp zone. It's back on the world map. And Super Mario Bros. 2 was only released on the Famicom Disk System, and then somebody made a cartridge based. So this is only released on the Famicom Disk System and then became cartridge based later. And yeah, but this is like basically Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels in North America. And plus, this game right here is a very hard game to get to warp zones. So, always be careful with this game. Next game, Hyrule Fantasy 1. This game was only released on the original 3DS Virtual Console in Japan. But it's the same thing as the Famicom Disk System, but I don't know why Japanese Nintendo would come up with a different title for the same series. Like, instead of being called the Hyrule Fantasy, it would say the Hyrule Fantasy 1. And it's the same thing as the original Hyrule Fantasy on the Disk System. The Famicom Disk System. So, but you do not get a Master Sword on here or anything. You get like a white sword or something. You get a white one instead of a Master Sword. And this game has very great music, very good fighting abilities. So we're including this one. Next game, Mario Open Golf. Do I have anything to say about this? It's an amazing golf game you'll ever play. Next game we're gonna do is Excite Bike. Excite Bike is like Mario Kart. It's like racing, but there's a person on a bike instead of like Mario racing. Like Excite Bike like gives you 5 amazing tracks, and you get to play up against all the other motorcycle people. You race against them, and sometimes when you're going too fast on this game, the person would fall down. The person on the bike would fall down and get hurt if you're going too fast when you're playing Excite Bike. So we're definitely including this one. Next game, Original Mario Bros. This game, amazing. Yeah. So on this game, Mario and Luigi will be doing plumbing work. This is not like the original Super Mario Bros. 2. So, and plus at the beginning of the game, there's like a power block, there's pipes, you get to, so this is like an arcade classic game. You get to hit the power block, and then you go out and kill all the Koopas, and then if you kill all the Koopas on that stage, you get to move on to the next stage. We're definitely including this one. Japanese, Nintendo, you need to bring this game back. Next game is the original Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong 3. So, first off, the original Donkey Kong is the best arcade classic you'll ever play. And there's, so in this game, Donkey Kong has kidnapped Pauline, and you remember way back in the day, you would be playing this on a arcade console, but now you get to play it at home. Yeah, so there's 3 stages, and if you do all 3 stages on here, you'll get to have Pauline back on here. So, Japanese Nintendo, please bring this back. Next game. So, this one's like a shooter. You get to play as like this white guy, and then and then he shoots his like water gun up to Donkey Kong, and then he climbs up the ladder so the person won't get attacked by any bees or anything. Then and then on the but there's only 2 stages on this one instead of the normal 3 on the original Donkey Kong. Then and then at the end of the second stage, Donkey Kong would get trapped in like a beehive. This is an amazing game. This is amazing. Next game. Last 2 games for the Famicom is Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong Jr. Math. So, Donkey Kong Jr. is amazing. Best arcade classic of the whole entire Donkey Kong series on the Famicom. Yeah, and plus, you get to climb up a lot of vines, and then if you get all the way up to the top without the little Donkey Kong Jr. person getting killed or anything like that, if you move all the way up to the top, you get to move on to second stage. The second stage is really hard. There's like a lot of enemies on there, and then the third stage is easy. So, we're definitely including this one. Donkey Kong Jr. Math is basically a game where you can practice your math facts. And, so you get to practice addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts on this game. And do I have anything else to say about this? Calculate A is very hard, so be careful with Calculate A on this one. So that is all for the Famicom. And now we're gonna move on to the Famicom Disk System games. that should come to the Nintendo Switch's Virtual Console for Japan only. First game we're gonna include. First game we're gonna include is the Hyrule Fantasy. So this is the original release of The Legend of Zelda in Japan. This thing came out in 1986 on February 21st. So this game is amazing. Yeah, so this is the better sound version of the Hyrule Fantasy. So, and plus, you still get all the same items, but the title screen music sounds different than this one. Than the Hyrule Fantasy one on the original Famicom. So we're definitely including this one. Next game, Legend of Zelda 2. Legend of Zelda 2, like, this is so hard to beat. I think it's really good, but everything on this game is so hard to beat. And plus, going in the dark caves in this game, you don't feel any enemies in the cave, but you do. So, like, and plus, yeah, and it has great music to this game. We're definitely including this one. Next game, Super Mario Bros. For the Famicom Disk System. This game was originally released on the Famicom. Was originally released for the Famicom right here. Yeah, and plus, this is the same thing as the original Famicom version. You get to, yeah, you still remember your first Goomba Stomp when the Famicom Disk System came out. We're definitely including this one. Amazing game, still warp zones, great game. Last game, Super Mario Bros. 2. So this is the original release of Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels for the Famicom Disk System. So, yeah, so this is the original one on the Famicom Disk System. This game was released in 1986. And amazing game too, but this one's much difficult to beat. I always beat this on the 3DS Virtual Console, and I beat it on the 2DS Virtual Console too. Like, but it's hard to beat on the Famicom. Like, it's the same thing, but it's hard to beat without creating restore points on this game. So, Japanese Nintendo, you need to bring back this game. Really. And it still has the same music as the original Super Mario Bros. On the Famicom and Famicom Disk System. So, please bring back this game. This is hard, but still bring it back. I just wanted to thank you, everyone, for watching. Like, if there's any different Japanese Famicom games that you want to include, just let me know in the comments below.